In a world clouded by doubt and confusion, where questions arise about faith and truth, one man found himself standing at the crossroads of destiny. His name was Daniel, a Jewish man from Israel, a descendant of a people who have waited for the Messiah for thousands of years. But what happens when the truth isn't what you expect? What happens when the Savior of the world is not who you thought he was? It begins in a moment of desperation, of confusion. Daniel was raised in a kibbutz, a secular environment where faith was questioned and the idea of a savior seemed distant. But everything changed one night as he sat alone in his room, reading the words of a book he had never fully understood, the New Testament. It was then that he felt something stir deep within him, a feeling he could not ignore. As he closed the book, a voice echoed in his mind, "This is the truth." His heart raced. An atheist, as you, he had just encountered the one who would change everything. But how could this be? How could Jesus, the man his community had rejected, the one they had called a magician, a fraud, be the true Messiah? The very Messiah promised in the Jewish scriptures, the one Daniel's ancestors had longed for? Could it be? The next chapter of Daniel's life was not one of ease, but of profound revelation. As he read more, he realized the truth was far greater than he had ever imagined. This Jesus was not just a figure in a foreign religion. He was a Jew, a descendant of David. He spoke of grace, forgiveness, and mercy in ways no one had ever explained. He spoke of a new covenant that didn't rely on endless laws and rituals, but on a relationship with the Creator through love and forgiveness. And yet the question remained, why had he been taught differently? Why had his people rejected him for centuries? The answer came slowly as he understood the significance of grace, a concept foreign to his upbringing. Grace was not about earning favor through actions, but about receiving a gift we could never deserve. It was in the words of Jesus to the adulterous woman, "I do not condemn you. Go and sin no more," that Daniel found himself. He had always believed that to come close to God, he had to meet impossible standards. But here was Jesus offering forgiveness and acceptance simply because he loved. This grace was not easy for Daniel to accept. In his community, he had been taught that one had to be perfect, adhere to strict laws, and remain unwavering in their beliefs. But here was a man offering grace, offering peace, offering a way to live without the burden of never measuring up. As the days passed, Daniel's heart transformed. He went from a man bound by his own guilt and fear to someone free, liberated by the love of a Savior. The burden of the law was lifted, replaced with the grace of Jesus. This was not a story of a man who merely followed rules. This was a story of love. The love of God shone through Jesus, who died for the very sins of the world. But Daniel's journey didn't end there. He began to share this message boldly and humbly with those around him, his Jewish brothers and sisters. It was not easy. The resistance was fierce, but he knew the truth and it was too powerful to ignore. The Messiah had come and his name was Yeshua, Jesus. He urges you, the viewer, to seek the truth for yourself. Don't rely on what others say. Don't let the world dictate what you believe. Open the scriptures, read the prophets. Let your heart be open to the truth that is found in the New Testament. Daniel's life is a testament to what happens when you encounter the true Messiah. Not the one you were told about, but the one who comes to you in love and grace. The one who doesn't condemn you for your mistakes, but calls you to rise and live in his mercy. So, if you find yourself questioning, searching, longing for truth, remember this. The Messiah is not a far-off dream or a distant hope. He is here, waiting for you to accept his love, his grace, his forgiveness, and when you do, you will find peace. Peace that surpasses understanding, peace that the world cannot offer, the peace that only comes from knowing the true Messiah.